everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can transform yourself into Claire Redfield from the Resident Evil video games. I really love Claire so much. I think that she's such a cool character, and it's sad how underrated she is, especially with how long she's been in the Resident Evil games. So if you are a fan of Claire Redfield, or if you're maybe even planning to cosplay Claire Redfield for yourself, then stick around. This video is definitely going to be for you. It is very beginner friendly, so you do not need to have any expert sort of cosplay experience in order to put this cosplay together. Before we run into the actual tutorial for this cosplay today, I do have a very important question I want to ask for you guys. So if you could just go in the description and answer this, I would really appreciate it. What are some other cosplay tutorials you would like to see? It doesn't have to be Resident Evil related. It doesn't necessarily even have to be any characters that I've done in the past. Although, if it is a character I have done in the past and you've noticed I don't have a tutorial up on my channel, then definitely let me know, because I'm trying to make makeup tutorials for all of my cosplays. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Star. Otherwise, I'm very simply known as Lady Dead Rabbit here on the internet. I am a professional full-time cosplayer and content creator. Here on YouTube, my channel is entirely dedicated to cosplay and cosplay related topics that includes different cosplay tutorials like the one you're watching here today. Hopping right into the tutorial of today's video, let's take some time to focus on what exactly Claire Redfield's costuming looks like. Now, Claire Redfield is a character that has been around for many years. This character's probably been around for around 30 years. And during that time throughout the Resident Evil games, Claire's costume has drastically changed, with the only main theme being that she wears some kind of red shirt or jacket. Due to popular demand, I am basing my Claire Redfield cosplay off of the remake design that she has in the remake of Resident Evil 2. And in this design, contrary to her original design, she actually has a sort of mid-dark brown hair. Her eyes, of course, are blue. She's wearing a red leather jacket that has the Let Me Live angel design on the back. She's also wearing some sort of feather necklace with some sort of turquoise or teal little pendant on it. Underneath her jacket, she is shown to be wearing a black tank top with some sort of gray tank top underneath. The bottom portion of Claire's costume, she's just wearing some skinny dark blue jeans with some sort of gun holster, and then a pair of dark brown or lightish black shoes. So all in all, this is a pretty simple character design. In fact, I would say out of all of the Resident Evil characters, I feel like Claire is probably one of the easiest characters to cosplay. Going into Claire's makeup, here is the reference image that I am using for today's video on how I'm going to do my makeup for Claire. Claire, as you can see, doesn't wear a whole lot of makeup. She has this sort of natural blemish to her cheeks and her nose, which personally tells me that she doesn't wear any sort of foundation or concealer for that matter. She also has very thin, long eyebrows with a very noticeable arch towards the end. Now, it does look like she's wearing a little bit of eye makeup. To me, it looks like she's wearing a little bit of a smudged mascara. However, the most girly thing about Claire's makeup is probably her lips. To me, it looks like she's definitely wearing some sort of lip tint. Now that we have a full understanding of how to do Claire's makeup, let's just go ahead and jump right into it.
Unfortunately, I do not have blue eyes like Claire, so the first thing that I will be doing is I'm going to go ahead and put in my blue contacts. I'm sorry if this part kind of grosses you guys out, but it is necessary. I love how unique in shape Claire's nose is, so I'm attempting to recreate that with a contour stick. To further give the illusion that I have the same facial structure as Claire Redfield, I am contouring the inner corners of my eyes, as well as a little bit beneath them to also give that deep set eye look that she has. And then with the simple eyeshadow brush, I'm just gonna blend that out. And with contouring, you also need to highlight. So with the bridge of my nose, to really emphasize the shape and make it look a little bit more like Claire's, I'm just using a contour stick to highlight it. And then we blend it out. And just because I'm extra, and also I wanted to give a little bit more of that 3D video game graphics appeal, I am going to be taking a highlighter stick and highlighting the front part of my face. And we blend that out. And again, because I am extra, I'm going to be going in with my Rick and Morty palettes from Glamlit, and with the white eyeshadow, I'm going to be just tapping my finger into the palette and going over the already highlighted sections of my face, and just adding a little bit more highlight. Again, this is totally unnecessary, it's just I really like the way my face looks with highlighter on, so that's why I'm going in with a little extra. I already know that you guys are probably going to ask me where I got this palette from. Again, this Rick and Morty eyeshadow palette came from Glamlit. They are a store that mostly sells on TikTok Shop. Unfortunately, this was a limited time edition special palette, so they no longer sell it. And to finish off the contouring on my face, I'm just going in with a little bit of a bronzer, and I'm applying it all over my eyelids, and then as well as the inner corner of where my eyebrow meets my eyelid, and also just a little bit underneath the inner corner of my eye. I'm dragging it out so it gives a little bit more of that tired, deep-set look. And then with a brown eyebrow pencil liner, I am just going to fill in and elongate the shape of my eyebrows to most closely match the character that I'm cosplaying. Now with a black pencil liner, I am just going in to the waterline of both my top and bottom eyelids, and I'm filling that out. I'm also smudging away some of the harshness of the eyeliner, and then I'm also going a little bit on top of my eyelids with the eyeliner and smudging that out as well, just to give a little bit more of a smoky appearance. You can also achieve this by using just a tad of black eyeshadow for this, but for this look, I decided to just use a pencil eyeliner and smudge it out. Once I'm satisfied with the way the eyeliner looks, then I'm just going in with the mascara and doing a thin coat on the top of my eyelashes. I'm really just doing this to make my eyelashes look a little bit darker and fuller. I'm not really trying to go for a super heavy look, because again, Claire does not look like she wears a whole lot of makeup. I love how unique and shaped Claire's lips are, so to achieve that same effect, what I'm doing is I'm going in with a sort of deep pinkish reddish lip liner, and I am just filling in my lips. I'm outlining the top of my lips again because I'm attempting to achieve the same shape that Claire's lips have. And then with a similar color lip tint, I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in and blend it out. And if you want your makeup for Claire Redfield to look a little bit more roughed up, now would be the time to do it. So if you want any scratches, any sort of bruises, or any sort of dirt look on your face, now would definitely be the time to go ahead and add that.
Okay, and here we have it. This is Claire Redfield. Before I get into how exactly I got everything together for this cosplay, I do want to direct you guys over to two other videos that I have up on my channel. Down in the description below, I will have linked a video on how I painted the angel wings on the back of my Claire Redfield jacket. I'm gonna also direct you guys over to another cosplay makeup tutorial that I think you guys might find pretty useful. It is a full makeup and cosplay tutorial for Rebecca Chambers, also from the Resident Evil fandom. So if that's another character you want to check out, you can find that video linked down in the description below. Now going into what exactly I used for this cosplay, as you saw earlier in the makeup tutorial, I did put in some blue contact lenses. I could be wrong, but I believe these lenses are actually from Unico. I'll have to double check on that, but nevertheless, I will have these lenses linked down below in the description. This wig is a pretty simple, small, like half lace front wig that I got off Amazon. I'll see if I can find it to link for you guys down in the description below as well. However, I'm actually going to be possibly replacing this wig in the future. So I'm going to also link the wig that I plan on replacing this one with in case you guys want to check it out. It's a little bit more expensive. This one is definitely a lot more affordable. So I'll let you guys decide whichever you think is best for your personal cosplay. Now the necklace is a simple feather necklace I just got off Amazon. I just used a dab of acrylic paint to add the little bluish turquoise design that Claire necklace has. The jacket also comes from Amazon, but I'm sure you could probably get more affordable ones by thrifting. Nevertheless, I will have the jacket linked down in the description below. The gun holster, the boots, the tank top, as well as the blue jeans were all just things that I already had in my closet, but I'm sure those things will not be hard for you guys to find at all. But that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this cosplay tutorial. Let me know what you thought of it down below, as well as subscribe for more cosplay and cosplay related content. If you want to help support my channel, I'm going to have my Patreon as well as my other social medias linked in a link tree down below. Becoming a member of my Patreon means you get to see my YouTube videos an entire week before they're even publicly released. You also get to see early access to content, exclusive photo shoots, as well as you get to see my brand new cosplay sometimes several months to a year before I even publicly release it. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here, but I hope you guys have a great one.